Deck of cards.
All right.
Do you have a butter knife?
I haven't used these ever.
Sometimes a magic trick takes a second to realize it was a magic trick, and that's not always a bad thing. Like for example, deck of cards, butter knife, and it just goes right through. Now you have to trust me that there's actually a deck of cards in there, otherwise it's not magic.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, there's actually not a deck of cards in there. It's a block of steel.
Oh, what the fuck? That's my knife. I'm not in on this shit. This is no pre-production shit. This is
it's pretty.
That's
heavy
insanity.
Too. This is not good in airport security, by the way.
You gotta have to check that. Welcome to another episode of $20 Chef. Another special guest straight from Netflix. Already 2 seasons deep. Getting ready to launch a 3rd season of Magic for Humans. My man Justin Willman. What's going on?
What's up, Sean? Thanks for having me in your kitchen.
Hey, thanks for coming in, my man. You know what? Magicians always blow my mind. I've only hung out with one of them, and he was just like, he really didn't have that many good tricks. He sure as hell wasn't having his show introduced by Jimmy Fallon. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, who's your guy? You gonna name drop him?
You know what? This guy named Carl. I don't know. he liked to do drugs more than tricks, so he really didn't launch off in the career path that he was hoping for. Maybe he'll see this episode
everyone knows that has a high friend named Carl who does magic tricks.
Yeah. Maybe he wasn't even a magician, but he had like 2 or 3 tricks, and I think it's from the drug use because he didn't stay up long. He stayed up too much. And then he tried to fill it in.
His magic beauty rest.
Yeah. So
interesting.
How does that feel here, Jimmy Fallon talking about your new Netflix show?
Dude, it was wild. I've always been like, I feel like I really would get along with Jimmy and have good chemistry. He's a good magic spectator because he really
Was the way that magic draws people in one of the reasons why that was early on? Because I know you're a comedian, magician. I would see Martin Lawrence and I'd see him do crowd work, and it just drew me in. I loved it so much. Was there any part of that with magic that you saw that you then obviously combined with stand-up?
Like when I was a little kid seeing David Copperfield.
Yes.
You know, and when you're a little kid, you're watching magic. You kind of think that it's real, like, oh, this guy's got powers. Mm-hmm. You don't realize all the work that goes into it, which is good because I don't know if I would have pursued it. You know, you kind of are like, I want to be a magician too, and then you realize it's like all tricks and gimmicks and nothing's real and it's hard and you got to practice. I guess I'll do it.
Okay, so if anybody hasn't seen season 1 of Magic for Humans, give us a little rundown of what's going on here.
Okay, so it's a show where we use magic to kind of explore the human condition and explore fatherhood. Season 1, guilt, self-control. We kind of have social experiments, or we convince 2 dudes to think that they were invisible. But it's fun just watching how different people react to magic. I think that's kind of like a little bit of the human examination part of the show. I think just like it's fun crafting a joke, like one little word difference will make it kind of not work, or just be an automatic eruption. And I think with magic,
you even have a magician's snap.
You gotta have a strong snap.
That's a great snap. Zoom in on that, like the bass on that, the tone. I don't know how much. I think there's just shit disappearing all over New York City every time you do that.
Every time he snaps.
So the only magic I do is that I have a part-time magician on staff here, and he magically through editing makes this show look really well. Like I know what I'm doing, but I do a little bit, right? I'm decent at cutting, and I can read recipes. Okay.
You got food laid out. This looks like you know what you're doing.
What's your cooking background? You got anything for us?
Dude, I got nothing. But I love it because I can follow this instructions and I create something that I have no clue how I did.
It's a touch of magic to it almost.
I find great joy in putting work into making a meal that my wife will eat.
So here's we go. We got a little bit of flank steak here.
What makes a steak a flank steak?
That's just where that's just part. That's the part of
the body.
Yeah, that's where it comes from in the cow. Yeah, I'm not really a butcher, so let's go here.
Not what you want to hear right before someone grabs a knife.
So what age did you start doing it at?
So I started doing magic when I was 12.
Okay.
And because without magic, it's awkward to talk to girls when you're that age. I was very awkward.
Yeah.
And I would try to just do stupid stuff. I was riding my bike one day while wearing rollerblades, trying to impress some girls, and I fell off and I broke both of my arms at the same time.
Shit.
But when I got my cast off, my doctor recommended I learn card tricks to get my dexterity back, and that's actually how I became a magician. So it turned out to be not as dumb as it sounds.
That's called what's that? Divine intervention?
Yeah, actually.
Now, do you have any cutting skills?
Like as a magician, you kind of you cut and restored rope. There's a lot of cutting involved in magic.
Well, I'm gonna let you peel this ginger here.
Okay.
Boom.
Boom.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna start making start mixing together our sauces here. Start making our sauce for our Asian flank steak skewers.
I missed a spot.
That's all right. All right, we got a little hoisin sauce here, and we wing it so we're just gonna go ahead and wing it. We got all that meat.
Just a dash.
Let's go ahead and throw some stubs in there.
That's a liter of hosin. Liter hosin.
You got a liter of hosin?
Uh-huh. I'm a dad. I can tell dad jokes.
We got a little sherry cooking wine in here.
What's the alcohol content of sherry cooking wine?
18% if you're really hard up.
What makes wine cooking wine? It says ingredients: wine and salt. Take some Chardonnay, add some salt. You got cooking wine, and you can sell it for less than the wine.
You want to get in on this whisk game?
Yeah,
I'm gonna start cutting up the garlic, these chilies, and the ginger in there with that sauce for our marinade. I can smell fresh ginger all day. When I eat sushi, I eat everybody that doesn't eat their ginger off their plate, I'll eat their ginger.
You just down it.
Yeah. How old is he? Do you have a son? Daughter?
I have a son.
How old is he?
He's 1. His name's Jackson.
Do you blow his mind right now with tricks?
Dude,
is he
no,
too young
he's
to understand?
too young, he doesn't get it. Everything's magic to him. Either that or he's dumb. I think he just,
I hope you don't have your same name, because then what if he gets too big as a star? Then you don't want one of those situations happening where the kid outshines the parent, they have the same name.
Or what about when some celebrity parents give their kids different last names altogether?
Maybe Tom Hanks will do that because his son thinks he's Jamaican or whatever. That's not a bad time.
Yeah, what's his name?
Chet.
Bull
Chet
o'clock.
Hanks.
You should have him on to make some jerk chicken. Come in with a Rastafari hat. How hot are those peppers?
They're not too bad. I'll give you a test.
Gonna have to do it. There we go. What kind of peppers are these? Habaneros?
I forgot what they called. Some Korean shit. I got them at the Korean store. The Koreans are always so extreme.
In the new season that's coming out in May, I do a ghost pepper challenge where I overcome my fear of spicy food. I eat a ghost pepper and attempt to do 3 very demanding card tricks.
How did that work out?
It was awful. I had to complete this elaborate trick in order to unlock a glass of milk from a sealed plexiglass box.
That's insanity. Stand by. This is really fucked up. It's comforting, but it doesn't help, but I appreciate that. A little garlic?
No, it's because I farted.
Oh.
You ever just pop a garlic clove?
Is this some other fucking magic trick you're doing here?
I just want to see how much agony I can put you in.
Yeah,
you know what helps is tequila. Is it tequila?
Tequila works? Was this a trick?
Yeah, it's not based on anything. Just keep that in your sock.
Well, that's one for the homies, one for me. That didn't work. What kind of magic trick is this?
Radishes help. Radishes.
Oh, yeah?
No, you know what helps?
Want to take a bite out of an onion, Justin?
Asian Beef Skewers helps. See, there we go. We brought it back.
All right, here we go.
Woo!
A lot of flavor in there. You can do that. I need more water.
Am I still whisking?
Yes, please.
Maybe that was a ghost pepper.
Okay, our next move here, I'm gonna bust out the gloves.
Uh-oh.
I found these. I was stoned one day shopping. I would never buy these, but they were only $1 for a full box.
How many in a box?
About 300 pairs. I've used about 8 pairs so far in the first year.
Wow. What are all the things you use them for?
Mostly just mixing shit up with meat. There's a couple of private things that happen over here that we do when we're not shooting, but we don't want to get into that.
Yep. Some extractions.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We just pour it in there and just start going. I'm just gonna marinate this.
Okay.
What we gotta do is we gotta let this hang out in the refrigerator for a couple hours. I hope you and your team of Netflix employees don't have anywhere to go. Because we got 2 hours to wait here. All right, in the fridge we go.
Let's do it. I'll teach you. This is a fun trick I'll teach you guys to do. Magic in the kitchen. If you want to be a magician in the kitchen, watch. You can take a butter knife here, and I'm going to attempt to just swallow it. Here's how it works. I drop that shit. It's on the ground, okay?
I'm standing back here. What a
I'm going to
dumbass.
swallow a butter knife, and you just kind of drop it. With the counter, you can get away with a lot of crazy stuff, just kind of dropping stuff, make it look like it disappeared. Can you make this disappear?
Not on the show.
Never mind. Okay, we'll do that.
But actually, we don't have 2 hours. Do you have any tricks where we can just kind of like speed up time and get that meat ready to rock, and we can cook it and finish this episode?
Oh, I can speed up time.
It's ready. Holy shit.
Thank you.
Look, you can see it.
Oh, look, it's marinated.
It's ready.
Oh, it does look better.
Woo. All right.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here. I'll put half.
Do you do like a zigzag weave, or do you try to just do
Let's see what you got here. Let's just wing it, see what happens.
Okay.
I guess you could weave it in and out. The guys that are the newest in the kitchen, they're doing these. So the smaller pieces, you could put 2 on one.
And then where we're laying them? On the cutting board?
Yeah, cutting board, please. The idea of the show, was this something you thought of for quite some time, and then finally after a bunch of hard work and maybe a tiny bit of luck, it all came together?
Well, I've been for years was trying to pitch a magic series to a bunch of places, and with different premises. and I got a lot of no's for a long time.
On this exact concept?
No,
Other ones?
like just other concepts. Like I had 2 Comedy Central pilots that got shot. One of them they just aired as a special, but I learned a lot from those like failures.
And here we are.
And here we are.
Now we're making Asian skewers.
Now I'm in your kitchen making skewers.
And in your 3rd season starts in May.
Yeah.
And luckily you're a badass. They recognize what they see. And you got a 3rd season coming out.
Thanks, man.
I can't imagine just having a magician that's just my friend that we hang out and he does this shit all the time.
What about Carl? Come on, Carl.
We haven't talked to him
Carl,
for a
you
while.
could have been here making skewers, Carl.
All right, you ready?
That looks good.
All right, so these are cooked pretty quick. I cut them nice and thin. It's already popping off on my neck. I've gotten shot twice now.
How great does that sound, right?
I love that sizzle.
Sounds like you're getting a standing ovation.
All right.
Dude, perfectly spaced.
You gotta try to get as much of it on the surface as possible to make sure it cooks nice.
I'm such a pyromaniac. It applies to just watching food cook.
There we go.
That's how you know you're doing it right. Also, good to know that Sean's been keeping up on his fresh batteries and the smoke detectors. You gotta check those twice a year.
There we go.
Daylight savings time, it's good to check your bats. This show, it's a very educational show.
All right, I washed off. This is our garnish.
So this is gonna be a little sprinkle on the top?
Yep. You gotta have strong garnish here.
This is good.
Maybe a couple radishes. We're looking for some serious presentation here. Gotta let your lady know that you mean business, you know? You're not half-assing it. You don't have 3 seasons on Netflix and then show up without a decent garnish, you know what I mean?
I do. How often do you cut yourself on accident?
Not that often anymore. Half the time I don't even keep my finger down
Cupcake
there
Wars,
long enough.
people would cut themselves a lot, but they have to keep going. It's
Yeah,
like time. So
and that pressure is so different.
they'd
There we
put
go.
like a sack over their hand.
Will you flip the skewers?
Yep.
That's my skewer flip time.
You got the Korean tongs.
Oh, all right, I think we're good.
I'm loving this char. Look at that.
Look at that. Oh, we're burning it up over there.
I like the crunch, man.
I think we're looking good. These might be done.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. We'll start pulling them off. We got some a little char in there. You know, something for everybody in there.
Have some friends over, whip this up. I mean, yeah, it was quick.
Coming here with the garnish.
Did you plan this so the sides of the plate hold the sticks up? Look at that. They're like
I
levitating.
know, it just kind of worked out that
It's
way,
pretty
right?
great.
I'll throw some radish
Good
in there.
presentation.
Maybe just throw this all on the side. Look at that.
Come on.
You're a natural.
All right, I'm gonna go for a char. I like that. I like the crunch. Let me pick out a good one. Oh
Marinate's on point. How's
Yeah.
the charred one?
yeah, amazing. Wow, we're geniuses.
Look at us go. What is it, magic?
It's like magic.
This is just like magic. I mean, I think that I might be able to put magic on the back end of my title.
I mean, do you know how you did this? I don't know how you
I don't
did this. I was here. I was watching the whole thing.
All right, it's on Netflix right now. Season 2 just came out in December. Season 3 is coming up in May. My man Justin
Thank you for
Willman.
having me.
Magic for Humans. Make sure you get on Netflix right now and check it out. He's the man. The show's great. You're gonna love it.
This is great, by the way. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for coming on.
And I figured your cucumber, it's like your magic wand. So, ta-da. Look what you did.